Hello, I'm Asif Farouk of Finextra and we're here at Cyberboss 2014 in Boston. Today I'm with Geoff Keast of Fiserv and Jonathan Kidd of Bank of Ireland.
Good morning.
So thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you, Asif.
2 years ago, Bank of Ireland launched this mobile banking app with Fiserv. And I'd just like to know what products were offered and why were they chosen for mobile first? I'll start with you, Jonathan.
So we began offering a deposit saver account to our consumer digital base. Justification for that was that it had been a very popular product generally within the bank. It was very popular when we moved it to an online channel, and it was able to offer us full STP, so a consumer could start on the mobile channel where they expect a quick user experience and complete the transaction, finish with a deposit account, open them with an account number within a couple of minutes. So very consistent with the user experience we wanted to achieve.
Let's talk about analytics. Now, I'll go to you, Geoff. Why do you believe banks should be using analytics to take advantage of it?
Yeah, there's a couple of good reasons why we think they should be using analytics. One is firstly the upfront experience. So I think a lot of people will know that banks hold a lot of data about customers. You hear the term big data thrown around a lot, and it's not necessarily maybe used as well as what we would expect. But in order to be able to really sell products well, they need to be able to use data and analyse that data in order to really provide them good offers. So that's things like understanding where their customers are, looking at transaction data, looking at card-based data, and really providing them stuff that's relevant to them, not providing them offers that really have no benefit to them whatsoever. So, example being, if they know someone buys a lot of coffee, they offer them products and services related to that from a merchant point of view. So that's really looking at selling merchant products on mobile rather than selling bank products on mobile. And then the second one is really analysing the data that they've got when they start selling products on mobile to find what's successful and what's not successful, and then using that again in the future to decide what other products should they start to sell on the mobile device. So it's really upfront process and also the back-end process as well.
Jonathan, what about the analytics in Bank of Ireland? How are you using those?
So generally, as Geoff says, data has been a buzzword for quite a while. But what we've been able to do with some of the newer channels is to start to leverage that. And mobile is probably the channel that we have the most comprehensive analytics for. So one of the things we can do is to provide full tracking of every single page view, every single click-through, and critically, in combination with some of the services that Fiserv have given us around the mobile wrapper, we can use a test and learn system. So we can see in real time how a particular advertisement, how a particular placement is working. If it's not working, we can tweak it, change it, and within half an hour we can see, right, is that working better or worse? So that's an example of analytics really in action, and obviously then for other things as well.
And lastly, a kind of a forward-looking question, and it's about what mobile enhancements and analytics enhancements you see being used in the future. Geoff, I'll start with you first.
Yeah, good question. So, I mean, it's been one of the common themes that we've seen here at Cyberboss as well, is kind of that move from what we call foundational mobile banking experiences to transformational mobile banking experience. In Bank of Ireland, we've started that journey by offering products and services to sell on the mobile device, which a lot of banks aren't taking up at the moment. So I think we're going to start to see, from a retail banking perspective specifically, is moving away from just offering, or not offering, but providing, being able to check your balance, being able to check transactions, being able to make payments and transfers. That's all the basic stuff with which customers actually expect. They know that we've got a lot more information about them. We know there's a lot more products and services that can be sold. We know that they want a highly customized personal experience. So we're going to start to see a move away from pretty foundational based stuff to really transformational things, and that's selling products, that's doing things like push notifications, that's really increased self-service to drive traffic out of the branch and into the mobile channel, for example.
Okay. Jonathan?
Yeah, so generally I suppose banks have this challenge now. They've really started to realise that customers want to be able to bank when, where and how they want to. That could be in a branch, but it might also be on the mobile channel. So from a mobile perspective, that creates a strong roadmap going forward. Some of the themes in that for us will be hopefully more product sales, building on the successes. We're also looking at omni-channel, so this idea that for more complex products or services that we might be able to move from channel to channel seamlessly, where the handoff is clean and you know who the customer is when you move from one to the other. Personalisation, customers have said to us, look, we're okay if you push certain information to us, but it has to be relevant information at the right time, and it has to be for us. And here in Cyberboss, obviously mobile payments, whether that be person-to-person, mobile NFC, or deeper integration. And maybe the last thing then to talk about is a little bit around this idea of value chain integration. So banks operate in a number of different value chains, whether that be home improvements, home loans, house purchases. So how can they add more value, whether it be with the data or the services that they provide, and how can mobile be part of that?
Great. Okay, well thank you both.
Thank you very much.